I looked in the shoebox. All right.
Yeah.
It was from the 1980s.
Wow.
I'm not kidding. Now, isn't that something that if you're going to get a care package from your folks, it's like, well, I've got this box.
Yep.
I'm just going to send it in this box.
From the 1980s.
Yes, a 1980s shoebox. Yep.
Nice.
Oh, well, I was looking at it. I'm like, yeah, this is kind of a aged little shoebox that I got a package in.
Nice.
So yeah. So that was our evening.
So that is that, huh?
That is our evening so far. Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. We are back.
Bye.
Once again, it's the Slanted Brow Show. We are here every Thursday. Well, we took a sabbatical.
We did.
Actually, we took more than a sabbatical. We took off for like at least about a good 2 months.
I think we ran away.
Yeah, I think people thought that we did. Like, just like, you know what? We're done. We're out. And that was.
We didn't care. Oh, we just left. We ran away. Away.
So we came back last week. Knocked the dust off, put some oils on that wheel.
Yeah.
And got her back on the road, and here we are again.
Speaking of dusting ourselves off.
Yep.
And oil in the wheels. Last night, we went back to the Cincinnati Improv Arena last night again.
Yes.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. It was actually very, very different from our other ones because we normally have it inside, but because there was a play happening and they had the whole first floor. There was something happening on the basement level. We had the first part under a gazebo.
Yeah.
Under a gazebo. Hello, Shakina. Don't want to continue without saying hello.
Hey, Shakina.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. It just seemed like it was an echo or something. But hello, guys.
Yeah.
Hello.
Heard that I was tardy for the party.
But you're here, though.
Oh, that's all right.
The part doesn't start until you arrive. So
you said that.
You go.
I said that people look at her little cocky self.
We didn't even start a segment yet. We were just talking about.
Yeah.
We were talking about. Okay, so I'll say this to you, Shakina. So I got a care package from my dad, Adrian's grandpa, and I was telling Bernard about the packaging that came in. This is such a parent thing.
Yeah.
I get a shoebox in the mail. All right. The shoebox is wrapped to the hilt. My parents always do this. I mean, you need a power saw to get through all the tape and the everything.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, it's secure.
Right? When it gets to the box, and darn well I'm going to be doing the same thing when I'm their age.
Yeah.
Right? Oh,
I'm
going to be using duct tape. I'll be going the whole 9 yards. So we open up the package, and it's he sent a care package in a shoebox, which is fine. And then I was looking at that box, and I was like, this box it seems kind of old. But I looked inside. It was from 1988. Yeah. Whatever shoe store he bought shoes from kept the box. I thought that was funny. I thought,
that is funny. Vintage all the way.
That's a parent thing to do.
That is a very, very parent thing to do. Like my parents, coming up, what they used to do for Christmas, they didn't go buy wrapping paper. They used the funnies. Remember the funnies?
Oh, yeah. That's a popular thing to do.
Yeah. Well, I looking back at it, I didn't mind it. I thought it was kind of weird, but after a decade of that, you don't think twice about it. But it's like, you're tearing up this paper. Like you're spending money to go out, and I don't know what it was. Maybe we're in slight poverty. I don't know. But to them,
you weren't. No, you weren't.
But to them, they kind of felt like, we're not going to waste our money on this. Like
for something they're just going to tear up, right?
Exactly. So they used the funny. So it was Garfield. It was Kathy. It was. That
That's a throwback to the old
That
days.
is such a throwback.
Yeah, Kathy,
Kathy.
Marmaduke.
You see Jonathan Lee calling you out. You're showing your age.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Especially Kathy.
Especially with
dude.
the Kathy comment. Yeah.
Kathy was.
I was totally expecting Bernard to say family circle. You know, the really good, funny ones.
I went to Kathy, but Kathy had a very funny head. She was weird.
Kathy was if socially awkward was a person.
Yeah, she was.
Right. She was like
Before
the
it was
awkward
a
white
thing.
girl. She was the awkward white girl. That's what she
was.
was.
And would always with the lines around her body that showed her that she was in a constant state of like shaking and
Frantic, just
Yes.
frenzy.
Just
Yeah.
angst.
It's like,
Thanks.
and then they tried to show her in like working environments.
Yeah.
And I always thought, somebody hired her? It's like,
Listen.
it's like she had to have acted like that in the interviews because she can't not. So, but you still did it? So you're still thinking, you know what? Let's give her a chance.
You know what it was? We can
She's
get her to do
shaking-
anything.
She's
She's
shaking like a
insecure.
cold chihuahua, but let's give her a chance, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And it's a good thing that they treated her right on a job because she would be the one to come back on that one tip, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she would.
Like straight up. Like you're cool.
She's the one you want to befriend.
Yeah.
First day. I don't care what nobody
Just-
else says.
Yeah, like, hey, Kathy, love your skirt. Not for real, but
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh. That is
Kathy, I
hilarious.
can't help but notice you're wearing a scarf every day. Don't change.
Don't you
change.
do it.
Oh,
Hey,
what? Is that a
Kathy.
scarf?
Love
It's an
your
ass scarf?
scarves.
Oh my gosh. I'm so not fake like that. I'm just not rude to anybody. So hopefully that would just like work in my favor. But I
Well,
would not
listen.
be gassing somebody up like that. Like, hey, Kathy, thought about you this weekend. No, I didn't.
Oh, you would because you know Kathy's going to turn on you.
Yeah. She's gonna come back one day and be like, you know what? I had it. She's gonna be like stone cold, straight face, and you know something's wrong with Kathy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the day that your boss in HR comes walking up to your desk. Oh, she got you good. She got you good.
Mm.
What'd you do, Kathy? What'd you do?
Yeah.
And she'd just be rocking, like chewing her fingers, like, nothing. I don't want to talk about it. You should not be
just put a hit out on you.
Yeah. Like Kathy took a really dark spin just because of.
She did.
You guys made me do it.
Well, yeah.
B, your hair is twisted to the nines, sir. Who did your hair?
I have a beautician. Her name is Charlotte Williams.
You should be calling her out, definitely. You should be shouting her out.
Yeah. Shout out to Charlotte. Thank you very much for the nice retwist. Nice
I'm
wash.
saying I can see your thoughts are far off. She got you all the way together.
You had that done before last night, didn't you?
I did.
You did, because I noticed there was something different.
Yep.
But guys don't say anything.
Is there something different about you?
No,
right.
I mean, guys won't do that. Guys won't say, "Hey, did you do something with your hair?" Because it looks great.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I mean, do guys really take the time to compliment one another?
No.
Do they even really remember to compliment their ladies? They better not compliment a guy before they do their female.
The only time, and actually, Bernard, I'm kind of surprised that you're asking this question because you almost, I think now on a daily basis, go somewhere where it is the only place known to mankind where men do actually stand around, look in the mirror while they work out, and compliment each other on how nice they look today. Right?
Well, the compliment part, not so much. If anything, it's more or less like just you could do it. You can do it.
That is a little cringy, like nice pecs.
Yeah, like ooh, man, I've been checking your delts out. Your delts are popping, bro.
There was a guy. Okay, so here's cringe moment. Back in the day when I used to do like marathoning and stuff, there was this little workout room at this hotel that a friend of mine worked at. And they always say, "Oh man, just come by, use our equipment," because I used to work there. So there was another guy who had a membership there.
Yep.
And he'd be using the free weights. So a whole wall, one of the whole walls is a mirror, right?
Right.
It's like the elliptic machine and all the cardio machines like face that area where you're going to be, lifting weights. Every time he came in, he would stand there and lift his weights and stare at himself in the mirror. And then he would like pose as he was doing it, and then he'd like watch himself from this angle.
Wow.
He would do that, and I would just be like jogging on the treadmill or using the elliptical, and I just watch him the whole time. It was almost as if I wasn't even in the room. Nobody else is there but him, man.
He was having a time in his life. That's what that is. But you know what though? I would say maybe a portion of that is also men watching their form as they lift, because like I found myself doing that. Like sometimes, like it's like if I'm like if my form is not right, then I'm not going to get the full extension. I'm not going to get the full tightening of the muscles. But yeah, I just don't stand there and just look at myself like I'm looking saucy.
So according to Jonathan Lee, though,
not saucy.
You're not going to go that far, but you might say nice t-shirt. So instead of me saying, hey, Bernard, can't help but notice you were working out that chest kind of hard today, looking good. So instead of that, I might say, nice t-shirt, V.
Right.
Because if you said the other thing, V could rightly say, Chris, don't you have a wife?
And I
feel like you're coming on to me here,
And then that would just open up a whole awkward scenario after that.
Listen, speaking of awkward scenarios, last night we witnessed one. We're not going to drop any names, but we saw someone getting a little twister, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
Yeah.
What's the twister?
Somebody did, and I'm not gonna.
Purple nurple.
A purple nurple. I don't.
Yes.
You know what? I don't
What's
think
awkward
it was.
About that?
I don't think it was a purple nurple as much as it was
a jiggle wiggle.
Oh, I would say that.
You're so disrespectful. What?
He went after it, so to speak.
We're not name dropping.
I'm not name dropping, but it was same-sex people.
Where is this going? Please.
And it was, you know what?
Maybe
Here's all I'm going to say. Y'all just need to attend class someday. Because it is a good time.
It is a darn good time.
Oh, my.
It was full.
It was full.
It was full on.
Okay.
Classes be off the chain. Like you guys are really missing out. Like if you don't understand what we're talking about. It was full coverage.
You know,
it was though.
He's not wrong.
One of you guys.
He's not
wrong. Oh my gosh.
And it was, I would say, close to violently done.
Yes, it was. It was aggressive.
Okay, vigorously aggressive.
Yes. Yes.
What?
It was some aggressive full cuppage.
And it was for a long time, it felt like. I mean, looking back at it, it seemed like it was going on forever.
Somebody should have said cut.
Vaslav?
Yeah, somebody should have said, well, let's just...
I feel the same way, B+. What the heck did I just get myself into?
Right?
Like, it didn't bruise, but it was pretty tough. Wait a second, somebody's talking a little bit too much.
Hey, we aren't, though.
Right. I'm not saying no names.
We're not saying.
But there were some people in attendance there that witnessed it. And firsthand.
So clearly, Jonathan Lee was there. Chris was there. V was there. Vaslav was there.
Vaslav was indeed there.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking at you guys. Who was cupped?
Well, it wasn't me.
Okay. V.
It wasn't me.
If it was
Jonathan Lee,
I would say it proudly.
It's okay. It's all right. Thanks for coming.
Hey,
put you out there.
What?
Just process of elimination. Something simple.
We still didn't call anyone out.
Sure didn't.
Now,
so
the perpetrator of said aggression, he was new. We don't. None of us really know him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what he said. Guys,
Do you know what I just realized this entire time?
what's that?
We've got like I don't know if that's an ice cream truck or an
It's
ice
a
cream
gang,
truck
right? I was
or
like,
an
what
ice
is
cream
that?
truck video game
Yep, that's what it
playing
is,
in the
Chris.
background.
It's exactly that.
Oh, we do have an ice cream truck playing in the background.
We do.
Oh, you know what? Let me turn that off. I
It's
can
like
even
for
hear
a
that.
second, it's like, no, well, it was perfect for this conversation. It kind of lightened it up.
No,
You know,
it made it even more cringy. Just inappropriate.
it did.
Just
It did.
inappropriate.
Do you have actual ice cream truck music so we can talk about somebody's, man chest being aggressively abused?
Man chest.
don't.
Okay. I think y'all
Moves.
made B+ leave the chat too. Like what?
Oh no, B plus wanted to see who it was too. Everyone did.
Yep.
I
Oh
think
my
we
gosh.
should probably move on.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's do our usual and let's follow up with what's been good.
Okay.
So, we are looking in your direction.
I am.
Oh, are you? Oh,
Yes,
oh.
yes.
I figured that's why I looked away.
Yeah.
What's been good? There's just been amazing things that are happening. A lot of, new opportunities and things like that. So I'm excited. I can't really go into all of it in detail right now,
Mhm.
but some amazing things happening in the next few weeks. So I'm very excited about that. Just new opportunities and actually, like, honestly, just some real answered prayers and just growth and development. So I'm super excited. So I'm gonna say my what's been good is progression. And
Nice.
I hate saying this word because everybody like abuses it right now. It's just so misused, but just things, manifesting by the grace of God. So I'm excited. It's a lot of great things on the horizon.
That's great.
There you go.
That's great.
There you go. Well, you guys know what I'm gonna say.
Uh,
Because this is the only thing I really posted about last week. So Adrian,
Oh yeah.
he won first prize in the student category for an actual juried exhibit. So, and from what I was told, the judge she was pretty hard. So
So no
like
participation awards there.
Yeah,
You had to earn it.
no, you're good or
So-
yeah. So I mean, but she was pretty tough. She was pretty tough. She actually came up and talked with Adrian afterwards. She came up and she said, "You're Adrian Gordian," and those of you that know my boy or have met him, he's not a man of many words. So, but he was talking to her. He's like, yes, yeah, and boy, she just went off, and it's really cool when you hear somebody talking about something that they know everything about, because she was standing there looking at him saying, so I know, judging from the picture, you had it on a tripod, you had to use this, you had to do that, this is what you had the setting on, this is what you were doing, and then you just had to get that right timing down. And Adrian's like, yep, and she's like, and I just it's because of the work behind it. Yeah. And your timing, and it all just came together perfectly. And so that was actually pretty cool. So he got, there he is. So that
the
picture,
boy, Chris Jr., dude.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
He needs a mustache and goatee now.
That is shrunk Chris.
Yeah. It is a shrunk Chris.
That's an awesome picture.
You know what? I actually have a pair of pants that color too.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, that's Chris all over, dude. That was so funny.
But yeah, the picture is called Feathers of a Firework. And what it is so he was taking pictures of fireworks over Cincinnati from what was it, Memorial Day weekend? Something like that. And what he did with that picture is that picture was taken just right at the right moment. So he supersized that one firework and sunk it down in the corner. And if you look at it, if you're actually standing in front of it live, it looks like something natural. It actually does look like feathers. It look almost, it almost kind of looks like a plant, and it could actually be anything. So he took that and seemingly turned it into whatever you would like for that shape to be. So it was kind of cool, and the timing couldn't have been perfect, more perfect to get that picture. So
Yeah.
I'm a very proud father. So that's my what's been good.
Yeah,
I will
dope.
stop now. I will shut up and I will move on. I'm a proud dad. There's my what's been good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool. So for me, my what's been good. Gosh, let me see. Well, I got my hair retwisted.
Yeah, that's right, and it looks great.
Thank you. But there's more to it. The reason why, besides just wanting to look a little fresh, I had a friend of mine. She was on my back about it, saying, "Hey, V, go get your hair retwisted so we can go and do these videos for the Black Cincinnati Cinema Awards that's coming up in December. And I need to be able to be presentable on camera to talk about such things." Because I don't want to be up there looking like I'm a homeless guy talking about, come out to the gala, it's going to be amazing. And it's like, I don't know if it's going to be amazing or not. You don't look too hot. So I went ahead and got that done. So I am prepared now to get in front of the thousands of viewers out there to kind of talk more about this event. And I may talk a little bit more about that later on in the show tonight. But that's my what's been good.
So I'm to understand that you have to get your hair retwisted so you look like someone who could be in attendance to the gala that you are going to be talking about. Gotcha.
Yes.
I was planning on attending the gala, but I don't really have like the hair to, I mean,
you can get some put in, no worries.
I mean, if it's a prerequisite, I kind of gotta. Well, I have a problem then.
No, I know a person.
Can you set me up?
Yeah, we can get you an installation.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in with a weave then, Bernard. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in. That's and I'm sure, and I am 100% positive it will not offend or insult anyone when the white guy shows up
wearing a Shikari weave.
I am. You know what?
What?
I will be embraced for the open-minded thinker I am.
Yep. I mean, if you survive like 2 rounds of COVID, what's a white guy with locks? I mean,
yeah.
I couldn't keep a straight face when I said that.
That would be crazy.
It would. But you're going to talk about that gala tonight too, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit more about it and what people can expect. But yes. All right. Let's see. Let's jump into our discussion tonight. Kind of talking about this question that I kind of phrased up here. It says, "How private is your online surfing?" He said not. Not at all. And the reason why I asked this question is because I saw something really interesting on TikTok. This guy had revealed that if you type in facebook.com/DYI, then you have the option to be able to pull up all of your history, all of your dealings with Facebook ever. And I did not know that. I knew that there were options out there that I thought you had to go jump through, hoops and through rings of fire to be able to get such information. But this guy was like, no, it's at your fingertips. If you would just put in this web address, then it's this whole page of everything that from the time you started Facebook all to the present moment that you can just download, like all your images, all your messages, which is scary.
That's disrespectful.
Well, because I don't know how that works, because it's like you have some deleted images, deleted messages. It just pulls it all up.
You know what? For decades now, we keep saying that just because you deleted it, it doesn't mean it's deleted. It means you deleted it from your view. That's all that means. You deleted it from your view. I'll give you one even better than that. And this just happens to be a coincidence. It was last week. Somebody had asked me, "Hey, Chris, how long have you had that Gmail?" Because I've had the same email for eons. For everybody that don't know my email, it's chris.gordy@gmail.com. Send me a letter. I enjoy reading them. So
Chris is like, hack me if you will.
Mad thousands of emails I'll get now. I'm gonna break the internet, right? No.
Right.
So I was like, how do you find it? I can't remember. So I went online and I just Googled, hey, how do I find out how long I've been on Gmail? Well, there's a thing where I can go in and I can ask Google to download all of my activities and show them to me since I started Gmail. Now, it shows everything that Google is connected to then. If I did a search on Google, that was in there. If I did a search on Chrome, especially that's in there. Like, it was really weird. Like, I was looking through it and there was like, and I could remember it was like voice text search. And it was from way back in like 2009, 2010 in Michigan, when I lived in Michigan. Because it's like me, like trying to find a restaurant in Jackson, Michigan.
Oh no!
And so I like, it's like voice. You just, hey, where is blah 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 blah, and that showed up. That's still in there, right down to my very first email that I had way back when, in I think it was 2006. So
yes,
everything was in there. And that includes everything on YouTube, everything I watched on YouTube. It shows it, everything I've ever seen, everything I've ever searched for, every picture I saved.
Right.
It's in there.
Wow. And for some people, they feel like that's a little bit too much, which is reason why they don't have Facebook, which I get now. Like, I understand. But for, of course, some of our line of work and the way that we have our community, friends and family, we just feel like we just can't live without it, because we just want that another layer of communicating with one another, which is also another reason why young people, be careful with your online behaviors. Like, you don't want to do anything reckless to the point where your future employer or something comes up that jeopardizes your livelihood because it's something that you did, when you were a teen, because this world is very unforgiving, as we know. And the cancel culture is real. Not for Dave Chappelle, though, but for everybody else, cancel culture is real. We don't have that privilege.
Well, I mean, don't think that bosses don't look up your name, right? Because they want to know, they'll look up your Instagram, they'll look up your Twitter, they'll look up your Facebook. They want to get to know who you are. And who else will do that? Your future coworkers. If they hear your name, all of your coworkers have already looked you up online before you even stepped through the door.
Yep, true. Wow.
I just got, I got a new job this year. The thing I thought was really funny was when I would meet a coworker for the very first time, and they would always say the same thing. Oh, you know what? You do. You look just like your picture. Yeah.
Dead giveaway.
Yep. You look just like your picture. I know.
Dead giveaway.
I try to update my pictures. Yes, I know. But, and that's, I'm not offended by it.
Right.
Not in the very least. But yeah, they're looking. Of course they are. All your coworkers already know who you are before you stepped in the door. They know.
Do you guys do that? I mean, I do that with some. I do. Like for example, some people may find this strange, but there are moments and times where if I happen to catch Crime Stoppers on the news, and they'd be a DeAndre Guild was caught shoplifting, blah blah blah. I'm on Facebook looking up DeAndre Guild. Like, who is DeAndre Guild? Let me see what his lifestyle is like, to see if it lines up with what I'm seeing here at this allegation about him being this horrible person. And sometimes I don't find these people online. Like, they're not there. But there's times where I'm like, golly, like these people, these level of privacy is like, if you're going to be out there doing criminal activity, you might not want to be online because the police are on it. If I'm on it, the police are digging.
And what do we do when we're trying to put together a cast and crew for a film?
Oh my gosh.
When somebody says a name, I have to look it up.
Yep.
I have to because I want to know especially if somebody said, "Oh, you know who would be really great for this part?
Yeah.
Old Carl down the street. He'd be great. You know, he did it well." Guess who I'm looking up on Facebook now?
Old
I'm looking
Carl.
Carl up. And not
Yep.
only that, but I want to see some pictures of what he did in another movie. And I want to see pictures so I can see who he's worked with. I might know somebody that he's worked with. And that's going to help Carl get a job, especially if Carl did a great job and I
Yep.
see who he worked with. And let's say he worked with Bernard here. I call
Yeah.
up Bernard on the old messenger, by the way. So we're still using, so I'm now using social media now to call Bernard
Yeah.
to say, hey, so you worked with Carl, so what was he like? You know? But I'm going to, because I don't know him. So I'm going to find out about him before he walks on the set.
Right.
So especially, you know, and then what if somebody says, oh, you should talk to Cindy. She would be the perfect old woman. Oh, well, I looked her up. She looks 18. That's nice. I mean, that was dumb of you to say, but I'm glad I looked her up. Right.
Right.
So,
the only people, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the only people I look up are the people that are like interested in me. Make sure you're not crazy. As far as coworkers, no offense. I don't think I block them immediately. I don't want them in my personal business. That's just it. I only have like three people that I work with that have access to me like on social media, but I don't look them up. I don't, I like to keep work and life separate. Like I said, the only people that I look up, well, previously, let me qualify that. I don't look anybody up now, but like my husband, I looked him up before. Like, I just want to make sure you're not crazy. Make sure you don't have like a billion baby mamas or crazy stuff. But other than that, no. I just feel like I'm very uncomfortable with the fact that not that I did anything crazy on Facebook. I've always been of the mindset that when you put something online, it's there forever. Like if you can't access it, somebody may somewhere. And so I never put anything up that I don't or wouldn't want to be seen. Now it makes me take a extra thought with the things that I send in Messenger, maybe. Because I cut up in Messenger, V. You know that, Chris. You know that now.
Listen, I cut up without repentance. I do. So yeah, I think that one way I always looked at it is like, we are used to walking outside and we present ourselves a certain type of way. Like we don't go out our front doors just looking any old type of way. No. And I think that that's the way we should treat going online. It's like you just don't go online and just behave any type of way, because some people feel like, well, you can't see me behind, I'm the stranger behind a keyboard typing. And it's like, no, not really. You may to the person, to a majority of people, because they don't understand, like, that they could actually find out exactly who you are, even if you want to be anonymous. There are ways that they can find out. But again, it's just about online etiquette, just be presentable and be kind to people. Like all that trolling, all that hateful stuff, it's not the place to do that online, because it can come back and it will bite you, and it's a vicious bite.
There are Facebook pages out there that do nothing but repost really bad posts from people who spout off their whatever it is that they want to do. They're anti-name something, and they go off about it, and sure shooting, I'm going to find that post that somebody posted onto a different site and said, hey, look at what this guy is saying. And then everybody looks.
Yep.
So, and it just makes me wonder, and as well, I don't care if anybody sees that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Job
you know
cares.
why? Because you're human. Humans care. You're just trying to act tough about it, and it's not helping your case. So, yeah.
Yeah, and even when we see like these videos of people misbehaving, um, there are people who are on like TikTok. That's what they do is they go find these people. They do research. They find out what where they even like who they voted for. Like they put up like this is maybe too far, but I've seen some people put up people's addresses and phone numbers, and they're like, harass this person. This person lives here. We're going to be in their front yard.
Yep.
We're going to be protesting and stuff. I'm just like, man, like that's bold. But I'm not gonna say it's justified, but at the same time, it's like
you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like for example, and I'll move on. I saw a video of this poor family that was being harassed for like something like 8 years by their neighbor, like to the point to where the neighbors was calling the police. The police said we can't do nothing about it. So the community was like, we're gonna do something about it, and they all showed up, and people traveled from far and wide, showed up at this guy's house, all type of hours of the night and the day, just like giving him back a taste of his medicine, like to the point to where it's like it stopped. Like he was like, I'm done. I'm not going to bother this guy anymore. Like I'm going to keep my bigotry to myself.
Yes, please. Please keep your bigotry to yourself. Please.
That's the least you can do.
Yes, yeah. the very least of humanity left in you, if there's any, ask it to keep that inside of you.
Yes, by all means.
I'm convinced, though, that the people that apply this much effort and research, they can't have a day job or kids or anything. Like how do you have time to do that?
I think they can find time. They may not do anything else, but I think they
That's
got time.
My point. You're not obligated to anybody. I mean, addresses, where you went to school, your favorite, like, dude. Bro, I appreciate their due diligence when it comes to people that feel like they can just say stuff and do stuff and get away with it. It's like it ends up, bringing people to justice or making it known. Like you don't get to just, throw rocks and hide your hand, throw stones and hide your hand, whatever.
Right.
That somebody's always watching. I think that's one of the best things about the age that we're in is that, we see you, Pepper. Just don't watch the people that don't need to be watched. Like, leave me alone. If I'm in my home and I'm Googling stuff, I mean, if I'm not plotting anything vicious, leave me back alone. Get on my business.
So I'm going to talk about something that I saw happen years ago. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to name any names or anybody or to the group of people that this group of people was doing it to. If you, let's say, I'm going to use myself as an example here. And I think that's the best way that I can get away with talking about this and not getting anyone in trouble. So I'm going to use myself here. So let's say I get online, right? Let's say I spend the next 2 weeks going on this huge rant. I mean, I hate everybody. I mean, if they're not a middle-aged white Protestant, I'm probably not going to like them at all. Right? Oh, and straight. You got to be there's a list of things. Brown hair. You have to have. There's a list. All right.
Right.
Now let's say I push that to the point where I've been, getting some other people excited about hating. Well, if you really want to shut me out and you want to know where I'm going, let's say that somebody wanted to catch up to me. As soon as I leave this house tonight, because I actually do have to get gas in my car, wherever I get gas in my car, they're going to find me. They'll find me in 5 to 10 minutes. They will find me through traffic light cameras in about the same amount of time. You can find me wherever I go. You can track me down. If I'm going to stay, let's say, at a hotel, if they're good at what they do, they can look at the hotel cameras too. They can watch you. So this whole thing about, and this was years ago. This was years ago that I know that this happened. So, we say that, well, I don't know that Facebook or Google or, all this stuff, are they watching us? Yes. But at the same time, and you should be careful of what by all means, I'm not discrediting anything we talked about.
Right.
Nothing at all. Please, for the love of everything on earth, don't be an idiot online. But what I'm saying is that there are always other ways for somebody to watch you right now. I don't say that in a way that I'm not going to go to bed tonight because somebody's probably watching me. Well, they might be, and you never know, right? Yeah, it was something that I learned a long time ago that can happen, and it didn't happen to me, but that just opened my eyes. It seriously opened my eyes to what they could do back then. So I can only imagine what people can do now. Right?
Right. Yeah.
So it's safe to say that when I just have like that weird feeling that somebody's watching me, they probably.
Yeah.
That's so interesting, and yet I feel so violated because it's like, number one, I don't think I'm that interesting. Number one,
there are so many pictures taken of you every day.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks.
Yeah.
There are so many pictures. You can't go shopping without somebody watching you on a video.
Yeah.
I work in a building where there are video cameras on the ceiling.
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
For sure.
And I always look up and I smile because at some point, one of the security guards is looking, and I'm always nice about it. And I always look up and I go, I give him a smile.
Right.
I work there. I'm not doing anything weird, and who knows, that might have brightened their morning.
Right.
They might have gone, oh, hey, Chris, but, and then too, you're driving through a stoplight. That camera just got your picture, man.
Yeah.
You're going to get a ticket in the mail. I did. 3 years ago, I got a ticket in the mail from Dayton, Ohio, because I ran a stoplight, and they sent me in the mail my ticket with the picture, and I looked at it and I went, well, I can't dispute that. That's my car, and that's me.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as 100% privacy.
Yep. And even when it comes to like our phones, I think they had that problem with Apple iPhones a few years back. They were saying that people were able to go in FaceTime and to be able to, I forget which way it went, to where they can hear you if they were to call you and you didn't answer something. I can't remember how it worked, but it was a way that they can pretty much like unlock your phone's audio and they can hear you sleeping, doing whatever. But not too long ago, before that happened, the Batman movie touched on that. You remember that? Christopher Nolan's Batman movie? It was that scene where he was talking about this absolute power to be able to tap into everybody's cell phone, to be able to like have this sonar, view of the whole city.
Yep.
That's real.
Yep.
It is not fake. I can go back to a good almost 20 years ago when there was a phone company out that was like, it was called O-Mobile. And it was like a bootleg T-Mobile, but they had this really cool feature with their phone to where, like, if I called you, Chris, your phone would be ringing, but on my end, your phone already picked up. And I can hear you going to pick your phone up and talking everything else without you even answering the phone. Since then, of course, they stopped it, but it was so weird.
So you could actually hear me say, shit,
yes.
Bernard.
Yes.
It's Bernard. I'm not going to answer.
Yes.
I'm not going to do that.
And it was a weird technology in old mobile phones that will allow me to bypass whatever settings you had in your phone to hear you just basically like talk. As long as the phone was ringing, I could hear you.
I will even take it one step further.
Oh gosh, it gets scarier.
Yeah. Radio waves, even before this radio wave.
Yeah.
If you had a scanner, which I did, you could play around with the scanner frequencies and you could pick up the neighbor's baby radio, whatever that is that people
Baby
use.
monitor,
You
right?
could pick up a baby monitor. You could pick up the McDonald's radio waves. You could pick up Walmart. You could disrupt your local park district as they're trying to talk to each other. If you had the right scanner, you could do all that back then. And this is I'm talking about the 90s, the early to mid 90s. And
you're
just
right.
the technology to be able to do that with radio waves, and you could still listen in on whatever you wanted to. If you had the right equipment to do that, you could listen into anybody's conversation.
Well,
you could do it.
We had walkie-talkies that were like regular toy walkie-talkies for kids that we would take the batteries. You know how it had the 9-volt battery?
Yep.
We would take a hanger. I don't know how we figured to even do this. Hang on my friend, and he would take a coat hanger, a metal one, and he would straighten out the little hook, straighten it out. He would take the triangle and he would pull it out to where it was like a square. Then he would take that rod and he would stick it in between the 9-volt battery, the connectors, and he would tilt it in a way to where he would twist his walkie-talkie and it would pick up frequencies to people's phone conversations.
Yeah.
Like landlines. Like not even, it was like, you know, the wires and stuff that be in the air. Mm-hmm. It carries a frequency, it carries conversations, and we would just sit and listen to people talk. Like, and it was so weird. We could not interfere with them, but we could hear them. And I'm like, these are kids' toys. The government has way better technology than what we had back then in the mid 80s while we're sitting around playing with walkie-talkies. So today, I don't even want to begin to think of the type of technology that they have to be able to just at a flip of a switch be like, you know what? I want to hear what the Slanted Brown's talking about right now without even having to tune into their show.
Yeah. I want to listen. I want to listen in on Bernard's house.
Yep.
And I'll find his address in seconds.
Yeah. There is no such thing as privacy, folks. It's an illusion. None. It is an illusion.
No.
I think the only type of privacy that you may have is if you leave your technology out of the bathroom or whatever room that you're in.
I was about to say that I think the only time that I feel like truly alone is when I'm in the shower.
Yeah, that's it.
And I love soaking in the shower. And it's probably because there is nothing that can get to me. Nobody can hear me because the water's running. I could just stand there and listen to the water just hit me. Nobody can reach me.
Right.
I am alone. And there's no technology in my shower. None. There's no technology there.
Yep.
It's all plumbing. Water comes up. Then the water comes back out.
Right.
That's it, man.
That's it.
That's it. It's the only place that I feel safe.
So I think that it's kind of silly that people cry and complain about privacy policies to a degree when they step outside their front door. I'm like, listen, the moment you stepped out of your front door, all that privacy, all that don't take pictures of me, all that you gave that up. Mm-hmm. You completely was like, you know what? Here I am, world. Take what you may. It's all yours.
I'm going to answer B+'s question.
Okay. Pop it up here.
Is it true that you can see people's webcams without us knowing? Unequivocally, yes. That's an easy one for hackers to do. That bit of hacking technology has been around for a long time.
Yep.
There's actually a fun guy that he gets revenge on scammers. And one of the greatest things that he does is he breaks into their system and he can actually watch them and he can get a picture of them. And then he sends that scammer the picture of them that he just took. Oh. You want to talk about somebody freaking out?
Blackmail.
They are freaking out because he can do it. Oh yeah. B+. That's more than, yeah.
I heard that before. And just out of habit, I always close the little, from my work laptop. Everybody, we have laptops and there's this little sliding window. I always close that if I'm not using it. And then the personal ones, because I've heard that before, I'll put like a little post-it or something up there just on the off chance that I could just be in here minding my business. You know, I'm not sucking my stomach in that day and walk past and somebody just be all in my business. Like, no.
Did you put this face down?
No.
Because they can do that too.
Well, I do. It's weird. It's weird because I tend to sleep with my phone face down. Don't know why, but
it doesn't matter because you have cameras on both sides.
No, you're right. Oh, forget it.
It's not a question becomes.
I was just about to say, I knew a gal at work who on her work laptop, she had a piece of masking tape, and I walked by her and her phone was just sitting there, and I'm like, "You have a camera on your phone?" She said, "Yeah," and I went, "Yeah," and she went, "Oh."
Right. I mean, like, we're fighting an uphill battle. Like, we are being watched, and there's no way around it. So be on your best behavior.
Oh, B+, don't hate life. Just live with it.
At all times. And for me, I listen, I don't think I'm a very interesting person, but I think I would be kind of tickled if somebody was, like, peeking in on my life at any given moment. Like, I would.
I have absolutely nothing. You know,
I wouldn't be tickled at all. Okay?
I would be wondering what it is about me that's so dang interesting. You know?
Do you guys remember when like it was just fresh COVID season and everybody had to go to online school? And remember I told you guys like my son was on the live and I was like, Jay, you better. And the teachers, it was just like,
you okay?
Yeah, you can hear just like what somebody said. You can hear a rat. I'm not gonna say that live, but anyway, it just got really quiet and everybody was like, Javon, are you okay? Blink once or twice if you need help. Like, this dude, okay. But it was at that moment that it just really made me like govern myself differently. And then like we have a security system, right? Mm-hmm. So we have a camera, you know, you have surveillance inside and out, whatever. So I thought about it the other day. Like, I'm in here, you know, what if you just like feeling yourself, you singing your favorite song, you dancing. And I think I was like in the kitchen and it just hit me like I'm being watched. There's live feeding.
Possibly.
Be free.
We are like, it's just the thing. And I think that I'll say this. If you're innocent, you're innocent. You have anything to hide. Like if you happen to catch a glimpse of my profile and it's not, that's on you. But if I'm not doing anything that I have to worry about or like that I would be in trouble about, whatever. I guess you want to tune into the Pequeno Show. Not saying that I grant permission. You do not have permission to use my likeness. You do not have permission to eavesdrop at your discretion.
Even for money?
You know what? Here's what I gotta say.
Every time you say stuff like that, it makes me raise my eyebrow because it's like if it would be okay for you if they were paying you.
If they listen, that's called reality television. Pay me to watch me.
If somebody was eavesdropping on me and they caught more than an eyeful, then it just sucks to be them. You know, you know what? You deserve that eyeful, man. That's what you get.
Right.
That's what you get.
No, that makes me think of something. Somebody said,
I'll back up my butt right to the camera. That's what you get. Yeah.
No, that makes me think of something. Somebody was like, they were walking through their house and they were getting ready. They weren't dressed yet. And she said she walked past, she had a mirror somewhere like in the hallway or something. And she was like, who was that? And it was her. She was like wanting to fight, like she caught a glimpse of herself. So I said all that to say, if people want to be in your personal business, like you said, Chris, it's on you. What you see,
it's on
you.
But those type of people, I'm wondering, like, is it like a big factory, a big floor of cubicles of people who are just sitting there, just going like, click, yep, that's acceptable.
Creeps.
Nope, that's not good.
It makes you wonder because, perfectly. We're talking about actual surveillance, but legit, I could be talking about something, and the next thing I know, I go on Facebook, it's in my feed. Like, I didn't ask you to look that up for me. I didn't ask you to suggest that for me. And I think that I tried to like adjust my permissions, like all of my apps now. I say that you can only use, like, you can only record while using the app or whatever. But Facebook, like, whatever. We own half the world. We'll listen to you if we want to. So
I hate to do this, but with the time we have left, Bernard, I know you wanted to talk about the gala.
Oh, well,
I know you did. I'm sorry.
No.
It's just, you know what? We've already like freaked out B+ as it is.
Did he?
I mean,
he said he hates life.
Yeah, I mean, look, he shouted.
What did you guys
He shouted my name out as loud as he could, apparently, at 9:49.
That's the guilty Chris right there. Like B+, what are you doing? It doesn't.
Yeah,
you're spoiling it for me.
So let's
the Truman Show times a billion.
So we're gonna stop hating life here, and maybe listen about something cool and positive that's coming up.
Okay. Well, how about I save the gala for another time, but we could talk about the Fright Film Awards night that's coming up.
Coming up really quickly.
That's
on
coming
the
up
24th.
The 24th. So that's in less than 10 days, right?
Yeah.
In 10 days. In 10 days, we're going to be finding out who came in second place because we're coming in first.
Oh.
Yeah, we are.
I love when he acts like that because he's just always cool. Like, yeah, I love everybody except when I want to win.
Well, we are, and one of us is going to walk away with best actor, best supporting actor.
Yeah,
there'll be a best director. There'll be a cinematography. I mean, we're going to sweep it,
and then everybody else, right?
Yep.
And then, and everybody else will be like, "Oh, well, I don't know why I showed up." And we'll be like, "Oh, you did a good job."
Pretty much. I mean, like,
you did a good job.
I want to strike fear into the hearts of men as soon as next year comes up, and they're like,
I don't know how many people did it. I know of only 2 teams.
Really?
Us and then another team. I don't know how many teams there were.
Well, dang, Chris, that just made your win like not as great if it's just like you and one other person, one other team.
Also, who did they turn it in on time? That's also the other question. Because I will tell you this: I received the email Saturday night that was to specific teams that didn't turn theirs in yet. Of course, we were one of those teams that turned ours in on the day that it was due. So I was looking like, wow, these other teams, like, we're not by ourselves. Like, these other teams were racing to the very last minute too. So there could be some that got clipped. Tough to be them.
Happens.
But sucks to be you.
Right.
I have been in that situation.
Yeah.
Look at Chris. And it is what it is.
And it is what it is.
It's not your moment.
I mean, we still did a kick-ass
we did
movie, actually a musical. We did a musical. Still to be released.
I can't wait to see it because I heard some lines last night.
Bars?
Yeah, like last night, like they kind of gave me a little sneak peek of some of what was said, and I was like, I need to see this musical like now. Like, this thing is like sounds too good to be true. Like, let's make this a thing. Like, reveal.
It does sound too good to be true. So, you know what though? I think Cincinnati needs to see what happened. I think they all need to be witness.
They need this.
They need to see what happened to their own people.
Yep.
During that weekend. These are their friends and family members that put themselves on purpose to do a musical.
Yeah.
In 48 hours.
Written like rhyming words and lines, and it makes sense to music in 2 days. That's amazing.
That's epic.
We did it.
It is very, very epic. Yeah. I've seen someone take a musical and they it was a not a lazy route, but it wasn't what I expected. And they basically did a short film about 2 musicians. And it had some songs in there every once in a while, but it was done like a mockumentary.
It was like technicality.
Yes. It was like, technically, there's some music in here, and it's these 2 musicians, so it is really a musical. And I was like, yeah, it is. It is. And it was good, though. Like, it was absolutely hilarious. It was like a documentary or a mockumentary about 2 guys who fell out, like 2 band members who fell out, and they were like looking back over their career, and they were like, they met together to meet up to make amends. Hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
technicalities.
Well, if anybody wants to see this fright film that we just did, we encourage you to call the Incline Theater
Yep.
in Cincinnati and get your tickets. They're $15 a ticket. Get your tickets for the October 24th Fright Film Fest. It starts at 2 p.m. on a Sunday. What a great way to spend your Sunday afternoon. Watching some scary movies with the people who made them for you. Right?
Right.
So
how often can you do that?
Yeah. And on top of that, if I may add, our full-length version of the film, because that one is 22 minutes long versus the 13-minute that we had to turn in. But we have a 22-minute long version that's going to be released on that Monday, on the 25th. So be looking out for that. It's going to be released on Facebook. And trust me when I say that you guys are going to be blown away by that again, because for those who see it on Sunday, they're going to be like, wow, that was great. That was amazing. Oh, wait till Monday.
You should not have told people that it was going to be released on Monday, because then they're not going to spend $15 on Sunday. Just like, I'll wait till Monday.
But there are so many other films. For
exactly.
There are a lot of other films that you can see there.
Right.
They're not going to. I was like, wait. They're not going to win, but there are other ones that you can see.
Yeah, of course.
The little people.
You know what? We don't forget all the little people out there. You know who you are.
You matter.
You vertically challenged people.
We don't.
Oh gosh. No. My favorite. You matter to someone, just not me.
You matter. No, I'll do period. You matter. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
That's so hurtful.
Don't think you don't, because you do.
You better believe you do.
Kind of. It's like, nah.
So yes, people, please get a ticket.
Yes.
For October 24th, 2:00. The Incline Theater.
That's exciting.
You know, in the Incline Theater, I looked them up online. That's actually kind of a cool looking theater. I'd never been there. I didn't even know it existed. I had to go look at pictures. It's incline, so it's on that west end of town, up on the incline, the big hill with the thingy. I don't know. Oh God, the music started.
I was gonna say, do you hear our outro? Like nobody cares anymore. Ike Fields was like, "You got 2 minutes."
We just got outro.
Yep, like that. No one cares, Chris. The music's playing.
Do you know what? At least it's not the ice cream truck / video game music we were listening to earlier, right?
During the creepy conversation. Yeah. So we redeemed ourselves. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Chris, do you feel? There you go. There you go.
Always.
Watch. V can't help himself. And I'm going to always be the person like, that's what we're doing. Look at Chris.
Oh, see, right. That was the last thing we saw of you right there. That was the side glance. Right there it was. Oh, perfect timing there.
Perfect timing.
Oh, you couldn't get any better.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
That's how we roll.
That's how we roll. Nice.
Life and so much more.
Like, yes, right? So much more than just life.
Right.
Stupid, spooty life. I mean, we're a lot more than that.
Cut it out. We love